This is Philpug from Pugski.com here with Jason Levinthal and Matt Sherbenz talking about Jason's purchase of Forefront skis.
Thank you. We appreciate your interest and support.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, how long has this discussion been in the works?
So I think it happened pretty organically probably over years. It could have been even longer. Not that we foresaw the final outcome of this, but you know the industry, Bill. It's tight, and you have these conversations all the time, and just sharing ideas and where we're sharing ideas and helping each other when there are challenges. How do you do this? How do I do that? And I think it just kind of built up in the last year. And, the more that we realize, we're in the same boat here, and there might be advantages to joining forces in some way. It just started making more and more sense to the point where we're like, let's just find a way to do this.
Mm-hmm. So was it just, it sounds like it was mutually initiated. It wasn't just one of you.
Yeah. No. I can pinpoint actually from my side of things when I started to really look closer at the prospect of opportunity to work with Jay. It was, Jay, and I'm sure you remember, it was one of your first years of bringing skis to test. We literally stepped out of our rental cars at the same time in Copper Mountain, and I think we were there for a free skiers park test. Oh yeah, and it was one of your first years bringing skis to the test. It was one of my first years of attending that park test. And I remember we set a time. I don't know if you remember this. We set a time to meet in this abandoned conference room on the lower level. And we sit. I remember walking into that room. You you're just piecing together some social media edit. And you're like, dude, watch this thing. It's just going to go nuts. Watch all the people who watch these things. You're like, the social media thing is incredible. And you were in your first or second year with J Skis, and you were literally just piecing together Instagram videos in iMovie. And you're like, so tell me, how's it going? And I was telling you all this stuff, and you were just so blown away. And you were like, oh my God, man. And he's like, it was a really interesting conversation because you wanted to deep dive into all the things that I perceptually felt was holding us back, and then you shared in with me a lot of the same struggles you had with line and what you were looking to overcome with J Skis. And I mean, we spent 2 or 3 hours in this conference room just hashing out ideas and stuff. And I think that was really probably when it started to kind of set in that this could be a really great opportunity to stay connected with you through this process of launching J Skis, and so I think that was probably 2013.
Wow.
In fact, that was 4 years ago. Yeah, I think 4 or 5 years ago. No, I forgot about that actually. Yeah, and Phil, it's for me, I'm always reaching out to other small brands, big brands. I see it like you. That's why you have a community. Is you want to help spread the word on not only what's happening in skiing, but just how we could collaborate on different things unofficially in any way. I mean, when me and Matt sat down years ago, there was no plan to do officially anything together, but to share ideas and see if there's ways to help from what each other have learned. And I mean, I do that with the big brands. I do it with the small brands because everyone's in it for the same reason, to help the sport. And so I've been doing this forever, and I continue to. And sometimes the smaller brands, they'll kind of be hesitant to even talk to me. The first thing I'll say is hey, this is how many skis I sold. This is how it's business. Just because I want to show them that it's okay to be completely transparent. You don't have to hold your card so close to your chest. It's just skiing. We know it's hard. We know we all don't sell as many skis as the public thinks. And it's. It's a seasonal business, so it's financially always extremely straining. I mean, even for the largest brands, you're doing all of your business in a third of the year,
Yep.
So there's no such thing as, I got it made, I got it all figured out, it's a done deal. It's a constant challenge, and, you have good seasons and bad seasons. So there's just always opportunities to help each other and share knowledge, and that's where it all started, and until eventually boiled up to a point where we said,
this could make so much sense. Let's just do it.
In the upcoming part 2 of the segment, Jason and Matt will be talking about marketing strategy and how the two companies will be moving forward together. Stay tuned.